We're talking with Verdi Gilbertson with his Piper Cub quarter scale. What are you going to show us today, Verdi?
I put on my Piper Cub hat, so it's official, and I'm going to work on the quarter scale Piper Cub, and I'm going to show some taping. The Cub is covered with fabric. It's thick coverall, and it's the same type of fabric used on a full-scale airplane. And I stick it on with nitrate dope, and use the same procedures to do on a full-scale airplane. And I use pinking tape to cover the seams and the stress areas on longerons and so forth. And the tape that I'm using is hair tape. It's what the women use to set their hair. And it's just perfect. It's pink tape, and it's the same. It's the perfect scale for quarter scales, a ½ inch wide. And I found out I could buy this at drugstore. And then it's thin and it sticks good, and when we dope over it, it just works out really nice. It looks just like a full-scale tape. So what I do, I put all the seams where I've got dope. I start putting the tape on. Carefully get it in the center. And then when you work the tape, just keep it in the center. Then you can roll the tape out. It goes right down for the seams. You work it down with your finger a little bit. Smooth it out. You keep going. Then you see that you get it right in the center of your seam. So it covers both edges. What it does, it reinforces the seam. So when you paint, you get a stronger seam. And that's the same as you do on the full scale Cub when you cover that. So that's what I'm doing now. Before you put the first coat of dope on, of clear dope, nitrate, thinned out, you put the tape on first. Right in the center of your seam, because of where you've doped. So it makes a real neat, so that's
okay. So I see you've turned it over.
Oh gosh, I
see you turned it over on its side, okay, to finish up this, okay.
Yes, I put it on and run this tape all the way to the end.
You need the scissors. And you snip it off.
That tape the seam all the way to the end. You cut it off so you can go around just a little bit around this post for the rudder. Oh, that's another seam. That's taped and ready to go.
Okay, then.
Now the next one I would do would be the one on the side. There's a joint here, and it's also where the fabric comes over the edge where it's tight, where it would maybe wear a little more. Then you put the pinking tape on there. Just hold that. But before I do it, there's a little bit of a rough spot from the dope there, so I take some real fine sandpaper. You got to be real careful so you don't sand through the fabric, and you just run it over just a little bit in case there's a little piece of nitrate dope when you stick the fabric on, in case it should have beaded a little bit. But you got to be real careful with that, because if you sand through the fabric, then you'd have to start a new piece of cover again. Little piece of fabric that stuck up a little bit here with a little dope on it. I can smoothen that out a little bit.